Hey everyone, this is Kevin with Divinely Designed, and we have a lotion video. This is part of a series of videos on pine tar. If you'd like to hear me talk a little bit about pine tar and its use for skin disorders, go watch the pine tar soap video. There I do a little bit more talking about the actual pine tar and why we use it. I won't do that here, we'll just do the lotion part of the video, so let's go over the recipe. Remember, lotions, we have three phases: a water phase, an oil phase, and a cool down phase. The oil and the water I have already heated to 70 degrees Celsius and held them there for 20 minutes. That's part of just making sure we don't get any bugs. Remember, lotion has lots of water. It's a good source for microbes to grow in. So you want to have good manufacturing practices, make sure everything is clean and sterilized, or not sterilized in the home, but as close to being very clean as possible. We're also going to make sure we're using a preservative in this because it contains water. Okay, so in my water phase, I have 330 grams of distilled water and 6 grams of sodium lactate. In my oil phase, I have 60 grams of e-wax, 18 grams of cetyl alcohol, 18 grams of mango butter, 18 grams of kokum butter, 24 grams of rose hip oil, and 60 grams of pine tar, and 6 grams of IPM, isopropyl myrcete, okay? In the cool down phase, I have 12 grams of green tea extract, 12 grams of vitamin E, 3 grams of EDTA, 24 grams of my essential oils. In this case, I have it broken in half, so 12 grams of tea tree oil and 12 grams of lavender 4042, 3 grams of my preservative Germ Oil Plus, and 6 grams of silk amino acids. Okay, so we're going for kind of a thick, heavier cream. I have not seen anyone make a pine tar lotion before, but I thought, why not? We should be able to do it. So again, I have heated my oil and water phase to 70 degrees Celsius, let them sit there for 20 minutes, and then brought them out. So now we're going to bring them together. I have my stick blender all ready. This is a very small batch, by the way. Before I do that, let me get my... So yeah, and it's probably going to be a gross color. But you know me, I like to experiment. So, stick blender in. Now remember, in a lotion, we're using our emulsifying wax to bring the oil and water together, but you still want to stick blend because the emulsification, the e-wax that we're using, is sort of the chemical process of emulsifying, but your stick blender and the shear forces of that blade going around really fast also provides a physical emulsification. Okay, so I'm going to keep blending here a little bit. We want the temperature to come down to below 45 degrees Celsius, and then I'll be back and we'll be adding our cool down elements, okay? So stick around, we'll be right back. Okay folks, we're right at 45 degrees Celsius. Remember, we wait for the cool down phase because some of the ingredients in the cool down phase are affected by temperature, especially things like your preservative, depending on what preservative you use, could be affected. So just remember to check your temperatures. So I'm adding my cool down ingredients here, which is my preservative and my fragrances. Now the pine tar has a very strong smell. I've added tea tree and lavender 4042. We'll see if that helps, but I've also added them kind of for their skin loving ability also. Same with the rose hip oil that's in here, and of course the pine tar. So, okay, so I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. I'm going to pour it into some containers, and then I'm just going to let it cool completely. And we'll check back in just a few minutes. Or I'll probably let them sit for a little while so they're completely cooled. But right after the break should be that. Okay, stick around. Okay, folks, so here we go. It turned into a very thick cream, just sort of like I was hoping, and it's not even fully cold yet. So, but it is. You can see it doesn't even fall out there. So, it's a very thick cream. It still very much smells like pine tar, although I do get a little bit of the lavender sort of in there. This is not necessarily something I would want to wear for its fragrance, I don't think, though. It feels good. It's very thick. And it feels good going on. But you definitely have like a pine forest smell. So we'll see. Maybe, some of that will mellow out as they cool. So that recipe made, this is a 4 ounce, these are 2 ounces, and these are 1 ounces. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, probably a little bit more than 17 ounces because I have these filled really full. So that recipe probably made closer to, I don't know, 18 or 20 ounces of lotion. Okay. And you could certainly make this without the pine tar, and in place of the pine tar, just up your rosehip oil and the butters, or add a different oil to it. You could certainly substitute out entirely the pine tar for some other oil, and this recipe would work probably just as well. So, all right, that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below. I love to get them. If you like this video, click on that thumbs up button. And if you would like more videos about bath, beauty, soap, and occasionally paper crafting or card videos, click on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much for stopping by. Check back here for more new videos from Divinely Designed.